President Trump is on his way back to Washington tonight from Mar-a-Lago with that warning to Iran and that tweet, putting Congress on notice. Democrats say the White House is at risk of drawing the U.S. into another endless war.
Tonight, President Trump is practically daring the Iranians to retaliate, informing Congress by tweet, should Iran strike any U.S. person or target, the United States will quickly and fully strike back, and perhaps in a disproportionate manner. That sort of saber-rattling worries Democrats.
I really worry that the actions the president took will get us into what he calls another endless war in the Middle East. He promised we wouldn't have that, and I think we're closer to that now because of his actions.
The president has indeed repeatedly called for ending costly foreign wars.
The plan is to get out of endless wars, to bring our soldiers back home, to not be policing agents all over the world.
دشمن می‌لرزید از اباحت چه خونی که در رگ ما
Some pundits in Seoul see the killing of General Soleimani as having a profound impact on the denuclearization stalemate between the U.S. and North Korea, that it may prompt the regime to break off from its own moratorium on nuclear weapons development.
A South Korean military source said on Monday that the incidents following the U.S. killing of Iran's top security and intelligence commander General Qasem Soleimani could push the North Korean denuclearization issue further down U.S. President Donald Trump's list of priorities amid the stalled denuclearization talks between Pyongyang and Washington. The North Korean regime, which has warned of major provocations if it doesn't get concessions from the U.S., could use the change of focus by Washington to speed up the development of its nuclear weapons program and nuclear delivery systems to use them as a bargaining chip in denuclearization talks.
Funerals for the young military students killed in an airstrike in Tripoli. And Libya's UN recognized the government in no doubt who to blame for the attack. One of the countries backing warlord Khalifa Haftar.
We pledge to take revenge on the United Arab Emirates. That state have been conspiring against us since the beginning of the 17th of February revolution in 2011.
A spokesman for Haftar denied his forces were responsible, saying the incident would be investigated.
The investigation is also required now from the UN mission to send fact-finding committees to the location of the bombing. Our General Command denies that any of its units targeted the site using artillery fire or air force, and this isn't part of our morals or customs, and it doesn't reflect our military ethics.
Back now with the frightening moments on board an Air Canada flight. Passengers capturing the instant a key piece of equipment flew right off that plane. Here's ABC's Mona Kosar-Abdi.
Tonight, the air scare on a passenger flight, the plane losing a tire on takeoff.
We have a report that there might be a tire on the runway.
The frightening moment captured by a passenger on board who noticed flames coming from the center of one of the plane's tires. As the plane goes airborne, that tire completely detaches from the landing gear. The express jet taking off from Montreal heading to Bagotville. The pilot then dumping fuel and circling, conducting an emergency landing in Montreal, safely returning all 49 passengers and 3 crew members. A spokesperson for Air Canada telling ABC News, quote, "Our pilots are well trained to deal with such situations."
A masked mob has attacked teachers and students at an elite university in New Delhi. The incident is the latest in a series of violent clashes across India.
The policemen are present here in numbers today, but on Sunday evening, when some of the students and teachers here were under attack, they took their time. To enter the university, one must also get clearance from the security guards. So the students who were beaten up are asking, were the security guards just careless, or was the administration of the university complicit in the attack that took place? On Sunday evening, about 50 people, including women, wearing masks, holding iron rods in their hands, went from one hostel to another. They beat up students as well as some teachers and threatened the students as well. At the moment, about 20 people, students and some teachers, are receiving treatment at a hospital in New Delhi.
Leaving a December bail hearing, Harvey Weinstein cut a frail figure ahead of planned back surgery. His legal team say the case against him is taking its toll. Weinstein has pleaded not guilty to the 5 charges he faces, including predatory sexual assault and rape.
Typical sexual assault cases would have forensic evidence, would have DNA evidence. Obviously, when you wait years and years and years before prosecuting a defendant, you lose a lot of that. So a lot of this will be he said, she said.
Some high-profile celebrities, including Angelina Jolie and Gwyneth Paltrow, are among the media tycoons' alleged victims. Their accusations helped fuel broader support for activist movements such as Me Too and Time's Up.
Pressure mounts in Virginia as dozens of counties declare themselves gun sanctuaries and Democrat lawmakers attempt gun control measures.
Suspense rises as Virginia lawmakers and citizens clash over proposed gun control measures. Democrat Governor Ralph Northam's proposed gun control agenda contains many restrictions opposed by his constituents.
Universal background checks, a ban on assault weapons to include suppressors and bump stocks, an extreme risk protective order, reinstating the 1 gun a month law, child access prevention, requiring people to report lost and stolen firearms, and expanding local authority to regulate firearms, including in government buildings.
arriba.